Would you leave the person that you're with if they cried over their deceased ex on the anniversary of their death, or if they started crying because they found out that somebody they used to be with recently passed away? Let's talk about it. I feel like it's very controversial. So I was scrolling on Reddit the other day and I'm in a group called Am I Overreacting, which is basically just a bunch of stuff where people want to know, like, are their feelings valid, basically, whatever. And this one popped up and it says, Am I overreacting? My boyfriend might leave me because I cried over my deceased ex. And I immediately was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I can see both sides. This and it's so controversial because I wouldn't want my boyfriend to cry over their deceased ex. I'm like, "What? You're not over them?" But at the same time, I've been in a relationship with my man for 8 years, so if he were to pass away, I think I'd cry too. But anyways, let's talk about this. I'm gonna read the little text messages and pop them up on the screen at the same time, and I'm gonna give my thoughts about it, and I want you guys to let me know what you think as well down below. Now for these text messages, I'm gonna pop them up on screen so you can read along with me. Blue are gonna be the girlfriend, gray are gonna be the boyfriend. She says, "Everything okay?" He said, "Yesterday's been bothering me a lot. You crying over your ex really threw me off." She said, "I'm really sorry about that. I was overwhelmed with old emotions since yesterday marked the anniversary of my ex's death." He said, "I know, but I feel since you're in a new relationship, you should be over that. I'm questioning your love for me." Valid. She said, "My love for you is real. I don't want this coming between us. You can't expect me to not mourn someone's death. I'm sorry, but it really doesn't work like that." He said, "I might have to rethink what I'm getting myself into. I'm going to go home after work." She said, "Can you just come over? We can talk about this instead of letting it linger." And he said, "No." Now, what I hate is that there is no context. So we don't know how long her and her ex were together, and we don't know how long her and her new boyfriend have been together. So I mean, time really does matter. If you're with somebody for a long period of time, you grow emotions with that person. Even if you break up, you know how many families get divorced and stuff like that, but still have feelings because they have a child with that person or they were just with that person for so long. Like the man that I'm with, I was with, I was, I am with him. I've been with him for almost 9 years. It's been like 8, almost 9 years, something like that. It's been so long at this point. Yeah, if we ever broke up and I found out that he passed away, oh my god, I would be devastated. I probably would cry because it's like he's dead. Like what? But now if this was somebody you were with for like 3 months, it was like a little fling, you tried, it didn't work out. I mean, I could understand you like being like, "Oh my god, like that person died," but to be like super devastated, crying, all like did they even really have a impact in your life for it to affect you that bad? Cuz if it did, then why why did you leave them? Go back. Now, when it comes to the new relationship and the new guy that she's with, I understand his feelings. I understand it's valid, but it's always good to talk about things. If it's a new relationship and you have just got together, I don't know, maybe a couple months, like it's your first month together, or like you've been together a couple months, something like that. Talk about it. Talk about it. Understand where she's coming from. Again, if they were together for a super long time, you got to just understand that people will still have feelings for each other, but being in a relationship was not the right choice. So you got to think outside the box and see where the other person is coming from. Now, if you guys have been together for a very long time, like some years, at this point, and they are still crying over their ex, I don't know at that point, cuz like this might sound cold-hearted, but there's not a single person that like a single ex that I used to be with that I wouldn't probably cry if any of them passed away. I would be like, "Oh my god, like that's crazy," but I wouldn't cry about it because obviously I don't care that much for you to I would have been with you if I did, and obviously I'm not. And I know that sounded a little mean, but I mean, literally, that's how you got to think about it. I want to know what you guys think at the end of the day too. What are your thoughts on this? Would you be upset if your significant other was crying over an ex? Again, like time really does matter. If my man started crying out of nowhere one day, and it was because somebody that he was with or had a hookup with or something like that, umpteen years ago, I'd be like, are you kidding me right now? Why do you have feelings for that person? Why? What big impact did they have for you to sit here and be crying in front of my face when we've been together 8 years? Oh, hell no. I mean, I would be so upset myself, and I would be questioning the love that they have for me. And but again, you got to understand. And look, I already know the man that I'm with wanting no long-term relationships before I came along. I came along and I held him down. I said, "I'm yours and you're mine." And that's how it went. No, I don't know. I could talk about this and keep going in circles, but let me know what you guys think down below. It is super controversial, and hopefully you guys can see like both sides of it. I try to give like a good perspective because I understand where both parties are coming from, and especially, again, depending on the situation, whatever. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. If you have any little stories for me, let me know. Or if you have any like fragrances, obviously, you know I love doing my fragrance reviews. Let me know, baby. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.